See, once you get past that point, you know, we could today, we could live in the 21st century. We could live in that future world and whatnot if we just started creating, shaping the society or whatnot around bases. Like, okay, if we just literally had it to where there's one network or whatnot, one basis of all the communication, every single communication worked from, off, and through that grid of a basis. You know, if we had that, then we would be able to answer so many questions, so be able to do so much more. Everybody would be able to do so much more. Because you're taking your energy and your focus, and it's already done. You're not recreating that will. Because every time we have to make a decision of, do we want this company or do we want this company, even though they do the same thing, and which we are, I believe we are, we're getting to the point where we're understanding that, okay, back in the day, we had bartering. Today we have bartering. It's just now we have advanced bartering because there's no room for that chicken in the drawer, for one, because like back in the day, bartering, you had a chicken, somebody wanted a chicken, so you traded them that chicken, you got this thing because somebody else wants this thing, so you got that thing, which in turn you didn't want because you know that this person wants it, so you trade that with that thing, and now you get what you wanted. And that's a lot of time. No one or nothing got done. And yes, there's the whole retrospective technology not being up there. Well, today we have that. We have that today. And so what do? We create a whole new kind of a bartering system that is instant. It's right there. You don't have to go and find somebody that wants that chicken. So you have a quick, fast-paced kind of a thing. And that, that's just the next step in what the bartering would be. The next step, basically, would be us realizing, in a sense, bless everything, what it would be to expand on the concept of an instant, fast kind of a thing. It's already there. We don't have to go find somebody for it. We don't have to go find it because it's already there. Because that's basically the similarity or the transition kind of thing from back in the day of bartering, where you had to go find it, to today's bartering where it's already there. Because you can take any of that bartering and go to any place and get what you want, kind of thing. So now what we need to do, because we already came to this one, we were here, now we're at this one, we need to go here, this is the next step, kind of thing, to that of, it's just there. That's basically what we've been always wanting to do. That's what we've been stepping towards. We go and finding it. Now we can get it by any way we can get it. It's just there. So once we make the system and create around that system where it's just there, all stress, all anxiety, all of all that kind of things will dismiss themselves because we don't need them. They will dismiss themselves. Or they don't need to be there in the same way that they were. They're still always going to be there. We need them because that's history and that's a building block. And if you demolish the building of what you've been building, just imagine it right now. Just imagine that you take this piece, you put it here, you take this other piece, you put it here, and you stack it, whatever way you want to arrange it. That's all, like, your understanding. It all builds on top of each other, okay? You knock it down. Those blocks, that understanding is still there. Now it's just scattered. And so, it's there, and you gotta go find it again. You gotta go find it and replace it somewhere. Doesn't matter how you make how you place it, it's that you have to find it and you gotta place it. You gotta like mentally place it somewhere so you know where it is. Or it's just gonna be floating in the air, and then you're gonna be like, oh, I thought about it, now I don't remember it. You gotta remember it later, and so basically you gotta grab it, put it somewhere. You gotta take it off your shoulders too, put it down. Because that's a lot of the whole thing of a lot of things, of why people stress or whatnot. Simply, it comes down to, just basically also getting past the whole thing of accepting that it's okay to lie about things or make people run around trying to get past, is it a lie or is it not a lie? Because there's simply the ridiculousness of the silliness of it's BPA free, or it's free this. Or like it's a bunch of big letters and words. And yet that's what it's in there. And you don't unless you're really knowledgeable and you're going to take the time, which how much time do you actually have when you have 8 hours of sleep and then 8 hours of work, and then we got 3, 4, 5 hours, not like together you just got 3, 4, 5 hours maybe, which you include of sleeping or eating and resting and that kind of stuff as like the normal quote unquote kind of thing, like 9 to 5 person, 80 hours, 3, 4, 5, 8 hours. And then you do it all over again. So, I mean, there's a point where you can't do all that because your body has to eat. You gotta feed it. You like to wear clothes. You like to wear them clean, so you gotta wash them. So you don't have time, actually, to focus on anything that makes sense. Because you're so doing things that you got to. And that's okay. It's just there's a point where you shouldn't have to do that like that anymore. Or it's not that you shouldn't have to. It doesn't have to be like that. I think I pretty much said what I had to say. There's a point though too where it's like if you said it and then you forget it, it's the fact that you were meant to say it that one time, and since you said it, it's already done. It's gone. What was it? There was a movie, and it's, I don't recall the name of it. It's like, he says, well, I can't tell you the book or the story in my head because if I tell you, it's going to go away. And it's just funny. That movie, that concept is really interesting. Not the one I just said, just that movie, which thought in my head, not really making sense to you, and are not really random to me, because I'm always in my life. A little random to you. Okay, well, I'm going to let this video be done, considering now it's 2 videos, considering the whole limitation of technology of being this is the amount that it can record at. Which I understand that it wants to make room for other nevertheless, you enjoy. You know, find the meaning in yourself, in life, in all that. Take into consideration what have I said. Because I've said a lot. And it's a lot to take in and to comprehend and to retain and to remember and apply all at the same time. It takes steps, it takes time to understand how to apply them together, as such as taking the steps up the staircase because you took those thoughts and you built the stairs. So, namaste in La Catch.